Hi dear students, welcome to Geeta's classes. Now we are going to solve the question paper COSM and which was conducted in October 2020. Let us see the questions one by one. First question is state-based theorem and the question is given like this. So stating based theorem, we know this is the statement. Already I have discussed and I have explained in the classes. If you want, you can go through that. Okay. So here proof is not asked, only the statement is asked. Next is two factories produce identical clocks. The production of the first factory consists of 10,000 clocks, of which 100 are defective. And the second factory produces 20,000 clocks, of which 300 are defective. So what is the probability that a particular defective clock was produced in the first factory? So here two factories produce identical clocks. So P of A and P of B are equal. So P of A, let us take it as equal, means 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So P of A is 0.5 and P of B also 0.5 because nothing else is given. So this is a clue for you. So and probability that what else is given, if the the clock is produced by the first company A, let us two factories means let us take them as A and B be the factories. Okay, two factories. So P of, if the first factory produces defective items, that is P of D given A is 100 divided by 10,000 is equal to 0.01. Similarly, P of D given B is equal to, if the company B produces the defective product, then it is 300 out of 20,000, which is equal to 0.015. Now the question is very simple. What is asked? P of A given D. Suppose if you are taking a defective item, what is the probability that a particular defective clock was produced in the first factory? So P of D given, A given D is asked. So by base theorem, we know that P of D given A into P of A divided by P of D given A into P of A plus P of D given B into P of B. So now just to substitute the value 0.01 into 0.5 divided by 0.01 into 0.5 plus 0.015 into 0.5. So final answer will be 0.4. You please check. Okay, 0.4. This is the answer. Next is B, second 1B. Given that f of x is equal to ax squared for 0 less than x less than 1 and 0 elsewhere. So we know that find the constant. There are four questions. Find the constant, find the distribution function capital F of x, mean and variance of x. So find the constant means here you have to find out A. So using that minus infinity to plus infinity, ax squared into dx is equal to 1. We know that the total probability is 1. That implies in here it is not from minus infinity to plus infinity, it is from 0 to 1. Wherever it is defined, you have to take that. So integral 0 to 1. Here it is f of x you have to write. And only from 0 to 1 it is defined. So ax squared into dx is equal to 1. That is a can be taken outside. Integrate x cube by 3 from 0 to 1 is equal to 1. That is a into 1 by 3 is equal to 1 implies a is equal to 3. This is the constant. So first part is over. Next is find the distribution function. Or first let us find out distribution function. So f of x is equal to integral minus infinity to x f of x dx, which is equal to integral 0 to x, because minus infinity to 0 it is not defined, so it is x squared dx. So if you write like this, x cube, if you integrate x cube by 3 from 0 to x, which will be x cube by 3 only. Okay. Therefore, capital F of x is equal to x cube by 3 where if x greater than 0 and 0 elsewhere. Okay. Now mean is equal to e of x integral minus infinity to plus infinity, you have to multiply with x. So x into f of x dx, which is integral 0 to 1. Only from 0 to 1 it is defined. All the other intervals it is 0. Okay, or for all the other values of x it is 0. So x power 4 by 4 from 0 to 1, which is equal to, therefore mean is equal to 1 by 4. Then next is variance. Variance is equal to e of x squared minus mu squared. That is integral 0 to 1 x squared into f of x dx minus 1 by 4 squared. Already we have found out mu to be 1 by 4. So integral 0 to 1, sorry, let us integral 0 to 1 x squared into f of x is what? X squared. 3x squared, right? Wait. Here, even here also x into f of x. X is equal to, a is 3 means f of x will become 3x squared. Here again 3x squared. 3 into x cube. So 3 you have to multiply by 3. Therefore mean is equal to 3 by 4. So here it is 9 by 16. Or 3 squared by 4 squared. Okay. So 3 into x power 4 into dx minus 9 by 16, which is equal to 3 into here x power 5 by 5 from 0 to 1 minus 9 by 16. Okay. So 3 by 5 into 3 by 5 minus 9 by 16, which is equal to 80 is the LCM. So 3 into 16, 48 minus 45. So 3 by 80 is the variance. Okay. Next is second question. A. If A and B are any two even subsets of sample space S and they are not disjoint, A or E are not disjoint, then prove that probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So this proof already we have seen. I am giving the proof. It is available. If you want explanation, please go to the channel and see. Okay. So these are the proofs. And second, B, if two dice are thrown, what is the probability that sum is greater than 8 and neither 7 nor 11? So for the first one, and this is the sample space because two dice are thrown, this is the sample space. Okay. So what is the total number of possible ways? 36. Total number of possible ways is 36. Now greater than 8. So probability that the sum is greater than 8. Let us assume greater than 8. Greater than 8 means what? Probability that x is equal to 9 plus probability that x is equal to, right here, probability that x is equal to 9 plus probability that x is equal to 10, probability that x is equal to 11 plus probability that x is equal to 12. 12 is the maximum because sum is 6 plus 6, maximum 12. So 9 means what? It will be, for all the 4, the denominator will be 36 only. So I am going to write directly. So for 9, 6 comma 3, 3 comma 6, 4 comma 5, 5 comma. So 4 by 36. For x is equal to 10, it is 3 by 36. Okay. For x is equal to 11, only 6 comma 5 and 5 comma 6. So 2 by 36. Plus, and for 12 it is only 1. So 5, 10 by 36 or 5 by 18 is the answer. And next is neither 7 nor 11. So first let us find out for P of 7 plus P of 11, and you have to required probabilities, you have to subtract from minus 1 minus. Required probability is equal to 1 minus of P of x is equal to 7 plus P of x is equal to 11. That is equal to P of 1 minus of, and for both the denominator is 36, so for 7 it will be how many values will be there? 1, 6, 6, 1. What are the 7 values? 1, 6, 6, 1, and 2, 5, 5, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 3, right? So these are the 6 values. So 6 by 36 plus 11, just now we have seen it is 2. So 1 minus 8 by 36, that is 24 by 36. 36 minus 8. So this is 2 and 3. It is 2 by 3 is the answer. Okay. And next is state and prove Chebyshev's theorem. I will post the, I have given you, I have explained very well the Chebyshev's theorem, even the statement and the proof. Please go through that. I will give you the link in the description box. Okay. In Poisson distribution with unit mean, the mean deviation about the mean is 2 by e times the standard deviation. That is the third B question. So we know that what is given lambda is equal to 1. So P of x we can write, because it is a Poisson distribution, we know that this is e power minus lambda into lambda per x by x factorial. Okay. So here given lambda is 1, therefore e power minus 1 into 1 per x divided by x factorial. 1 per x is x1 1 only, so e power minus 1 by x factorial. This is our P of x. Okay. So now to prove that mean deviation from mean is equal to 2 by e times standard deviation. Okay, this is what we are going to prove. That is, what is to be proved? E of modulus of x minus e of x is equal to, I'll tell you why we are writing modulus also, and you will understand. So what is standard deviation? We know that it is e of x squared minus e of x the whole square. Okay, that is variance, root of, under root this one. So this is equal to e of modulus of x minus 1. E of x is 1. E of x is what? Lambda. Okay. And the standard deviation is root of variance. Variance is also lambda. We know that for Poisson distribution both are lambda only. Both mean and standard deviation or variance are lambda only. So this is equal to 2 by e into root of 1. Okay. That is to prove that e of modulus of x minus 1 is equal to 2 by e. This is what we have to prove. Okay, because mean and variance are 1. So now consider the left hand side. E of modulus of x minus 1 is equal to E of, that is sigma, x varies from 0 to infinity, modulus of x minus 1 into e power minus 1 divided by x factorial, right? X into f of x or p of x, whatever it is. 1 second. So here now e power minus 1, so 1 by e can be taken outside. E power minus 1 is 1 by e, it can be taken outside, and here I am going to split this. X is equal to 0 to infinity, or we'll write it as 1 plus sigma x varies from 0 to infinity. No, so I am going to write this as 1. Separate x is equal to 0, I am going to take it, so modulus of x minus 1, 0 minus 1 is 1. That is why I have taken modulus of x minus 1. Okay, so 1 plus sigma x varies from 1 to infinity, x minus 1 by x factorial. So this can be written as 1 by e into 1 plus sigma x varies from 1 to infinity, x by x factorial minus sigma x varies from 1 to infinity, 1 by x factorial. So that is equal to, in the left hand side we have considered e of modulus of x minus 1. Okay, that is equal to 1 by e into 1 plus sigma x varies from 1 to infinity. Here x by x factorial can be written as 1 by x minus 1, 1 x will get cancelled, so x factorial can be written as x minus 1 into x factorial into x, so x and x will get cancelled, minus of sigma x varies from 1 to infinity, 1 by x factorial. So everything I am going to write in terms of e. So here 1 plus this will give you e, and minus of, here for x is equal to 0, 1 will be missing, so I am going to write it as add and subtract 1 minus 1, so that I can write this as e minus 1. So 1 by e into 1 plus e minus e plus 1, e and e will get cancelled, you will be getting 2 by e. This is what we wanted to prove. E of modulus of x minus 1 is equal to 2 by e. Okay, hence the proof. So next is derive the mean and variance of Poisson distribution. Again, I have conducted a separate class for mean and derivation of mean and variance of Poisson distribution. It is available in the channel. I will give you the link in the description box. Okay. And 4b, derive the mean and given the incidence of occupational diseases in an industry is such that workmen have a 10% chance of suffering from it. What is the probability that in a group of 7, 5 or more will suffer from it? Okay. So what is given? Small p, survival is 10%. 10% people are suffering from it. So it is 0.1. And what is given? Q is equal to, we know that Q is equal to 1 minus p. So it is 0.9. Okay. And also given n is equal to 7. So what is P of capital X is equal to X is 7Cx, P per X, Q per n minus X. Here n is equal to 7, so I will write it as 7 minus X. What is asked? What is the probability that in the group of 7, 5 or more will suffer? That is P of X greater than or equal to 5. That is equal to P of X equal to 5, or P of X equal to 6, or P of X is equal to 7. So this is equal to sigma x varies from 5 to 7, 7cx, p per x, q per. What is p? Directly you can write the values. Now 0.1 the whole power x into 0.9 the whole power 7 minus x. Okay. Directly you can substitute in the calculator and you will get the value as 0.007 1765. This is the value. Okay. So very simple. And next is 5a. This is again normal distribution. First explain normal distribution, the definition And the advantages and properties of normal distributions, you can write 1 or 2 properties of normal distributions. Okay, you have to write the PDF, and it is also given in the channel. Please go through that normal distribution introduction class. I have given you the properties of normal distribution, what is the PDF and all. Okay, and second part, if X is normally distributed with mean 1, so mean is equal to 1 and sigma is equal to 0.6. Standard deviation is 0.6. So what is the first part? P of X greater than 0. So this is what is asked. Whenever X is given, you have to change to Z. So when X is equal to 0, Z is equal to X minus mu by sigma. Okay, which is equal to 0 minus 1 by 0.6, which is minus 1.67. So this is the area. X is greater than 0. So P of X greater than 0 means P of X greater than minus 1.67. Okay. So minus means you have to plot it in the next left side of this line. This is Z is equal to 0. So this is the area. This can be written as integral, minus 1.67 plus 0.5. The entire area right hand side is plus 0.5. So this can be written as 0.5. And because it is symmetric, you can write it in the right hand side. That will be, so the required probability, or P of X greater than 0 is equal to P of Z greater than minus 1.67, which is equal to 0.5 plus P of 0 less than Z less than 1.67, because it is symmetric. So 0.5 plus P of 0 to 1.67, from the table it will be 0.4452, therefore 0.9452. And second part, I think it is my P of minus 1.8 less than or equal to X less than or equal to 2.0. I think minus 1.8 you will not get the value, so there may be some printing mistake, so I am considering it as plus 1.8. So when X is equal to 1.8, Z is equal to X minus mu by sigma, that is X is 1.8 minus mu value is 0.6 divided by sigma, right? Sigma is, sigma is 0.6, 1.8 minus mu is 1. So this is 0.8 divided by 0.6, which is equal to 1.33. And already for 2.0, when X is equal to 2.0, Z is equal to 2 minus 1 divided by 0.6, which is 1 by 0.6. Here we have found out minus 1 by 0.6, here it is plus 1 by 0.6, therefore it will be 1.67. So the required probability is probability that 1.8 less than or equal to X less than or equal to 2.0 will be equal to probability. This is the area. Here 1.33 to 1.67. So this is the required area. So from the table, if you want to make use of the table, I will write it as 1.67 up to 1.67 I will find out, and I will subtract this area minus 1.33. This I will subtract, okay. From Z is equal to 0 to 1.67, because from the table I can use like this only. So this is equal to 0.4452 minus 0.4082, which is equal to 0.037. This is the answer. Next is 5b. 10 individuals are chosen at random from a normal distribution and their heights are given like this, and test if the sample belongs to the population whose mean height is 66 inches. So what is the sample size? N is equal to 10. Okay, and nothing is given, so it means 66 inches. That is, if it is a small sample, you can find out the mean. Okay, so mean, and you can proceed like that. Therefore you are going to use t-test. That is the clue for using the t-test. For t-test you have to find out now what else is given. Mu is equal to 66 inches. And you have to test for mu is equal to 66 only. So let us find out sigma value, that is mean is equal to x bar. X bar is equal to, add all these values, 63 plus etc. up to 71 divided by 10. I am getting 67.678 divided by 10, that is 67.8 inches. This is our x bar. So x bar is equal to 67.8. Okay. And next we have to find out the variance. So let us take x value 63, 63, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 70, 71, 71. And x minus x bar I will write here, and x minus x bar the whole square. Because for variance you have to find out these values. So minus 4.8, minus 4.8, minus 1.8, minus 0.8, 0.2, and 1.2, 2.2, 2.2, 3.2 and 3.2. Just square them. 23.04, again 23.04, 3.24, 2.0736, 0.04, 1.44, 4.84 and 4.84, 10.24 and 10.24. These are the values, and if you take the summation you will be getting 83.0336. Okay. So now let us consider s squared. S squared is equal to 1 by n minus 1 into sigma xi minus x bar the whole square, which is equal to 83.0336 divided by 9, which is equal to 9.23 approximately. Therefore s is equal to 3.04. This is our capital S value. Now null hypothesis you have to write. So null hypothesis H naught is equal to mu is equal to, what is our, no, it is a statement of no difference, right? So mu is equal to 66. So therefore alternative hypothesis is equal to, there is no other, it is average height is what is asked. Test if the sample belongs to the population whose mean height is 66 inches. So mean height not equal to, therefore mu not equal to 66. Okay. Mu not equal to 66. So alpha is equal to, let the level of significance alpha is equal to 0.05, right? So t is equal to x minus mu, x bar minus mu divided by capital S into root of n, S divided by root of n. So 67.8 minus 66 divided by 3.04 by 10, root 10, which is equal to 1.8 divided by 0.961, which is equal to 1.87. So calculated T is 1.87. Now table value of T. Table value of T for 5% and degrees of freedom. Here nu is equal to 10 values are given, therefore 9 degrees of freedom. So for 9 degrees of freedom, T value, let me check the value. Because it is two-tailed, right? So two-tailed means you have to divide it into 2. So 0.025 you have to find out. 2.262. 2.262. So calculated T is less than table value of T. Therefore, accept H0. Accept H0 means the mean height can be considered as 66. Mu is equal to, that is accept the mean height mu as 66. Okay, you have to accept the hypothesis. Next is explain exponential distribution and show that it is it tends to normal distribution for large values of lambda. Even this is explained in the channel. Please, I'll give you the link. I'll put the link in the description box. Please go through that. And a random sample of, next 6b, a random sample of 16 values from a normal population has mean of 41.5 etc. So I'll write straight away write the values. So n1 is equal to 16, x1, x bar is equal to 41.5 and sigma xi. Now instead of giving the variance or standard deviation, they have given another sentence. The sum of squares of deviations from the mean, that is sum of squares. Sum of squares means sigma, and sum of squares of means from the deviations from the mean. So xi minus x bar the whole square. Okay, it is not just divided by n value. So 135. Instead of giving that value, this is another way of giving the variance or standard deviation. So n2 is equal to 20 and y bar is equal to 43.0 and sigma yi minus y bar the whole square is equal to 171. So capital S squared is equal to, either you can find out capital S squared or small s squared also. Let us find capital S squared is equal to sigma xi minus x bar the whole square plus sigma yi minus y bar the whole square whole divided by n1 plus n2 minus 2. Okay, this is equal to 135 plus 171 divided by 16 plus 20 minus 2, that is equal to 9, right? Therefore small capital S is equal to 3, right? Next is H0, mu 1 is equal, there is no significant difference between the two samples, and H1 is mu 1 not equal to mu 2. Okay, please write null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis and all, and this is two-tailed. Therefore, test statistics T is equal to modulus of x bar minus y bar divided by capital S into root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2, which is equal to 41.5 minus 43 divided by 3 into root of 1 by 16 plus 1 by 20. If you simplify, you will be getting 1.49. And the table value, so calculated T is 1.49. So now table value of T, that is nu is near here, nu is 34 and 0.05. So here in the table, whatever I have given, even that book in which it is 30 and 40 only is available. So approximately I have taken for 34. Okay, it is 2.032. So you have to search for another table where these values are available. So 2.032, it is approximately for 30 and 40 I have taken. So, so at 5%, 1.49. This is calculated T and table T. So calculated T is less than table value of T. Therefore, accept H0. Accept H0 means what? There is no difference between the samples. You can consider them. What is the question? Accordingly, you have to write the answer. Show that the two samples may be regarded as coming from the same normal population. That's what it is also. Accept H0. Okay. So even in H0 you have to write this. They came from the same population. Here mu1 and mu2, they came from the two samples have come from the same population. Same population. And next is 7a. A manufacturer claimed that 98% of steel pipes which he supplied to a factory conformed to specification. That is, they are satisfying the specifications. Okay. So number of pieces now and in this an examination of 500 pieces of pipes revealed that 30 were defective. So how many are non-defective? We want conformed to specifications, right? So what are how many are conformed to that? So for how many non-defective items are there? That is 470. Okay. So number of and given sample size. Before that you have first thing is n is equal to 500 sample size. So large sample. First you have to decide that only. So number of pieces conforming to the specification is equal to 470 divided by 500 is equal to 0.94. Okay. So capital P is, sorry, small p is, okay, this is small p. This is our small p. For sample we have taken, so 470 divided by 500 is small p, right? And what is our capital P? The manufacturer is claiming that 98% are up to the specifications. Therefore, capital P is equal to 98%, that is 0.98. So, if capital P is known, you can find out capital Q is 1 minus P, that is 0.02. Okay. So, what is our null hypothesis? Null hypothesis H0 is equal to is capital P is 0.98%. That is what his claim is accepted. Okay. And alternative hypothesis, it is not accepted. When you will not accept if it is less than that. Okay, 0.98. Not percentage, 0.98% it is given. So 0.98. And if it is not up to the mark means what? So many are defective. More defective items are there. That is many of them are, if it is less than that number is not up to the specifications, then we will reject. That is why alternative hypothesis is less than 0.98. Okay. And let the level of significance be 5%. And because it is one-tailed, left-tailed and one-tailed. Therefore, table value of Z is equal to 1.645 for one-tail. Say 1.645. Now, test a statistic Z is equal to modulus of P minus capital P divided by root of P cube by N. When you substitute these values, you will be getting 0.94 minus 0.98 modulus divided by root of 0.98 into 0.02 divided by n is what? 500. And this value will be 6.39. And you substitute 6.39. So calculated value of Z is 6.39 and which is greater than 1.645, which is the table value of Z. Therefore what? Reject H0. Reject H0 means what? His claim, the manufacturer's claim is not accepted. That is, his claim is not accepted. That is 98% of the product or conformed to the specifications is claimed. No, it is not accepted. Okay. Next 7b, a machine puts out of 16 imperfect articles in a sample of 500. After machine is overhauled, it puts 3 imperfect articles. That is, after overhauling, what is is there any improvement or not? Okay. So let P1 and let us consider P1 and P2 be before and after the overhauling. Okay. So let what is given, N1 is equal to 500. So let us take P1 as before overhauling. There are 16 imperfect out of 500. That is 0.032. Similarly, N2 is equal to 100, right? So P2 is equal to 3 out of 100. Therefore 0.3. So if P1 and P2 are known and capital P and capital Q are not known, so you have to take the values of P1 and P2 only, sample values. So P is equal to N1 P1 plus N2 P2 divided by N1 plus N2, which is 16 plus 3 divided by 600, that is 0.032. 19 divided by 600. Yeah, 0.031667. Okay. 0.032, and therefore Q is equal to 1 minus P, which is equal to 0.968. Okay. Now let us write the null hypothesis H0. H0 is P1 is equal to P2. So H1, now alternative hypothesis P1, that N1, N2 we have taken N1 first one before overhauling, and this is after overhauling. So before overhauling, when will you reject that? If there is no improvement, so P2 should be less than, then we won't. So P2, after that there is no improvement means P2 is less than P1. In that case we won't accept that. Okay. So let the level of significance be 0.05. And here it is right-tailed and one-tailed. Okay. So what is the table value of Z? 1.645. Whether it is right-tailed or left-tailed, the values are going to be the same, only negative will be there. Okay. So test statistic, next step is test statistic. Here it is lot sample, so Z. So P1 minus P2 modulus you can take divided by root of PQ into 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2, which is equal to, just substitute the values, Z is equal to 0.032 minus 0.030 divided by root of 0.032 into 0.968 into 1 by 500 plus 1 by 100. Everything is under root. So when you simplify, you will be getting 0.0328. which is less than 1.645, which is the table value of Z. Therefore, accept H0. That means there is no accept H0 means what? No change after, even after overhauling. Overhauling the machine. Okay. Next is last question, 8th question. Define Markov chain and classify its states. The theory part is also available in the channel. Please go through that. Even I'll give you the link also. Suppose there are two market products of brand A, 8B, products brand A and B respectively. Let each of these two brands have exactly 50% of the total market in the same period. And the transition matrix is given by 0.9, 0.1, 0.5, 0.5. If the initial market share breakdown is 50% for each brand, then determine their market shares in steady state. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so let us do this problem. It is very simple only. First, given the transition matrix as given the transition matrix is 0.9, 0.1, 0.5 and 0.5. This is the transition matrix. That is, transition means what? From one state to another state, how it is changing. So this is the transition matrix given. So by using Markovian algorithm, market shares in the beginning of period 1 into the steady state transition matrix. State transition matrix. This is the formula. Okay, equal to market shares in the beginning of period 2. Beginning of period 2. Very simple. See, transition matrix means what? It is changing from one state to another state. That is the transition matrix. So if it is multiplied from the market shares in the beginning of period 1, you will be getting, that is, it is transforming from period 1 to period 2, right? So for the given values, so just substitute this. What is given in the beginning? Both the products are having 50%. If the initial market share breakdown is 50% for each brand. So for both A and B, it is 50%. Okay. 50% means 0.5, right? So 0.5. So for given values, we get 0.5 and 0.5 because it is mentioned at 50%, 50% into 0.9. This is the transition matrix. 0.5, 0.5, which will be equal to 0.7 and 0.3. This is 1 by 2 matrix. This is 2 by 2 matrix. So the answer will be 1 by 2 matrix. Okay. So first row, this row into first column, second column. This value will be. This is what 70%. That is in this period 2. It is 70%, 30% for both the products A and B. Here initially we started with 50% and 50%, right? And after this, after transition, it is 70% and 30%. Similarly, now we are in period 2. So in the same formula you can apply. If the transition matrix remains the same, they have given it is the same. Okay. So in this case, again you multiply 0.7 and 0.3 into 0.9, 0.1, 0.5, 0.5. This is the transition matrix. This is the beginning of period 2 is equal to whatever you are getting, that will be beginning of period 3. Okay. So this will be 0.78 and 0.22. So this is period 1. This is initial. This is initial and period 1. 1 to 2, then 2 to 3 and so on. Okay. So similarly 0.78 and 0.22 into 0.9, 0.1, 0.5, 0.5 will be equal to 0.812 and 0.188. Okay. That is the next state and so on. So let us write all these values. What is asked in the steady state? Okay. Initial, then determine their market shares in steady state. So first let us find out this period, then brand A, market share percentage. Similarly brand B, market share percentage. Okay. So initially what are the values? 50 and 50. In percentage I have written here, that's why I am not writing percentage here. So 1 and 70 and 30. For 2 it is 78, 22. And for third it is 81.2 and 18.8. And next state it will be 82.48 and 17.52. And next will be 5. It is 992. 17.008. One more state is there. In the sixth stage it will be 83 and 17. Okay. So almost equal now. The values are similar to the previous value. So here 82.993. Therefore it is becoming steady. Okay. So this is the steady. So we started with, we observe that starting with 50% of the market shares after 6 time periods, the resulting market shares are approximately 83% and 17%. Always total should be 100%. Okay, respectively. So the equilibrium position. So the equilibrium position of the market share of A and B will be 5/6 and 1/6 of the total market respectively. Otherwise, I'll give you one more method. This is actually for 7 marks, 8 marks means you have to write like this. Otherwise, I'll give you a note that is the steady state equilibrium position can be obtained by, as we have done in March 2021 paper I have given you. For 3 by 3 matrix we have done. We have found out the steady state probabilities. Okay. In the similar way you can find out 0.9, 0.1, 0.5, 0.5 is equal to x into y. xp is equal to x, and here there are two values only, so x plus y is equal to 1. This implies 0.9x plus 0.5y is equal to x, and 0.1x plus 0.5y is equal to y, and x plus y is equal to 1. So solving these we get x is equal to 5 by 6 and y is equal to 1 by 6. So if it is for 5 marks you can do like this. If it is for 7 or 8 marks then the first method will be easier. Okay. First method you have to write, because these values if you derive then only you will be given some marks. If it is for 5 marks you can follow the second method. Hope it will be useful for you. Thank you for listening and all the best for the next exams. Thank you.